Okay. Hi, Miss. Good night. How are you?
Hello, good and you?
Fine. I'm glad. We're
That's
going
good.
to start with the interview, okay?
Okay.
Um, how how to apply the teaching, okay? First, what requirements do I need to be able to be a high school teacher?
Well, first of all, you need to be patient and understand your students and have a degree in English or education, and that's the most important things.
Okay. What were the requirements that were asked before and now for you?
Well, before I don't have an English education, I have a degree in education, so I can be a Spanish teacher or philosophy teacher, but I do an exam every year of English, Cambridge or TOEFL, and then I apply for SENI. When I apply for SENI, they give me like a certificate that says that I can be an English teacher, but I have to have a degree in education or a degree in English. If you have your degree in English, you still have to do a SENI test so you can be a teacher.
Okay. How many years of experience do you have?
Mm, 7 years.
7 years, okay. What was helping you to give courses?
Can you tell me again?
What was helping you to give courses or you do not give courses?
Sometimes I do. I give courses after school or in private school to students, but I don't have like a degree where I can give them a certificate, so I just help them with pronunciation, homework, things like that.
Okay. So what requirements, personnel, do I need to be able to teach? Personal
Well, the most
requirements.
important is that you have to like it. You have to like being a teacher because students can be awful, or they can tell you a lot of things that sometimes like you'll start thinking that you're not a good teacher, that this is not for you, but you have to like it. If you like it, you're going to be able to, all of that is going to pass and you know you're going to be a good teacher. Then you have to be very patient so you can help the students if they don't understand, because some of them, they're not going to like the English class. They don't like it because they're Mexicans. So you have to be very patient and do a lot of things so they kind of like it a little bit or try to do something. Well, and you have to like it, that's all. If you like it, you're gonna look for different strategies. You're gonna look how you're gonna help your students. That is the most important that you have to know. Really like being a teacher because a lot of demand, a lot of things they have to do with students, principals, things they send you, a lot of requirements. It's not only being in the classroom, but it's also doing administrative papers. So you have to like it.
Okay. What need my curriculum to be an English teacher?
Again, I didn't hear you.
What need my curriculum to be an English teacher?
Well, you have to have a little bit of experience of so they know that you know English. So if you can do a test of study before applying to a school, that's good. That's very important because they're gonna know that you are a certificate to be a good teacher and that you have your degree in education or in English. And with the SENI, they're gonna let you teach everywhere. Then, well, if you can have a little bit of experience, that's good. But if you don't, just showing them that you know English, having your SENI or having your degree, that is the most important.
Okay. So how important is inclusive education in your classroom?
It's very important Because if you leave one student out, they feel alone, especially how I told you, they don't like English. That is the most boring class because it's something that here in Mexico, we don't teach our kids. And we only teach them to Spanish, 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 and not to love another country. So you have to have, it is very important to try to, even if they don't know a lot, include everybody. And if they don't say good the words or they don't understand, explain them in Spanish, and so they can get a little bit involved and they know what the class is about.
Mm-hmm. How do you use the technologies for your class?
Well, in my classroom, I don't use them a lot because I don't have internet in the classroom and I don't have all the requirements that I need. But when I can, I try them, they investigate, they do things on PowerPoint, do videos. Now that we are in this distance because of COVID-19, I try to put them a lot of videos so they understand from the different points of English words. I also put them videos, exercises where it can be a little bit more dynamic so they don't get bored and they know how to use the different technologies to help them solve things in English.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you make sure your students understand what you teach?
Well, first of all, I teach them in Spanish because I try to teach them in English and they don't do anything. So they were failing a lot. So I teach them in Spanish for first the grammar, everything they are going to do. And then I try talking to them a little bit in English, bringing Spanish and English so they can get a little bit comfortable of what I am saying and they kind of understand a little bit what is it about. I use a lot of dynamic. If I say stand up, I wave my hands, so I understand that is levántate. And that's how I teach them because if I start everything in English, they don't understand. So I try to go step by step. And then like once in a week, I try to speak 1 hour only in English, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, depending on the group I'm teaching.
Okay. And finally, the last question. What advice would you give me to be a teacher?
Well, you already know English. You're a really good student in English. You understand it. And when I tell you in class to go help a student, you will do it, but be patient because sometimes they won't understand very, very fast or they won't understand at all. So you have to be very patient. Try to understand that they come from a different community where they don't teach them to love another language. So you have to be very patient and love what you're doing. Always love what you're doing because if you don't love it, you are gonna get bored, you're gonna be mad because this kind of education needs a lot of love and a lot of patience. Mm-hmm. And you already know English, you only need to be patient and love what you're doing if you want to be a teacher. Because you're always gonna be teaching and you're always gonna be learning. You're never gonna finish school. It's like you're always going to school.
Okay, so thank you very much, and that would be all.
Thank you.
So glad to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Bye. Cheers.
Bye. Have a nice day.